Hey guys, Thrasher here. The androids are coming. There's a big content patch on the way. Let's talk about what's going to be in it and what you should be doing to prepare yourself right now. Okay, so there's three main things that are going on. We're going to have new androids coming in this banner, the Ultra Spacetime 3 banner. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're having new story added, which is part 2 of the story. That's awesome. And then the third thing is they're raising the level cap, so you have to be ready to level your character. So let's talk about all three of those. Okay, so we're going to be getting part 2 of the story mode missions. We don't know if we're getting just normal or if we're getting normal and hard mode. We'll find that out, but that sort of leads into the next thing, is that we're going to be increasing the level cap from 1,000. We're not sure what it's going to go to yet, but let's talk about what you need to be doing so that you can immediately level your units. So you need to be making sure that you're getting Rising Souls for the colors that matter for you, and Zenny for however many characters you're going to level. So the first thing I would do is we'll close out, and if you need purple Rising Souls, your best option for purple Rising Souls is going to the main story and going to book 5 chapters 2 and 3. So if we go down to book 5, also make sure you're on hard mode in the top left, my bad. So book 5 chapter 3 is what you are going to do if you need level 1 and level 2 Rising Souls. You can also get those from this other option, book 5 chapter 2. So if we look at book 5 chapter 2, that also gives you level 1 and level 2 Rising Souls, but you get more from book 5 chapter 3. So if those are what you need, use book 5 chapter 3. If you need level 3 Rising Souls, then use this, book 5 chapter 2, and it will give you a lot of the level 1 and level 2 souls as well. And also this is a great way to farm the level 1 Super Soul. As you see here, it's got like a 25% drop rate. I would say it drops 1 out of every 4 runs or so, so it drops all the time. And as you saw, if you go back to the other one, book 5 chapter 3, you can get the level 2 Super Souls from this. So between these two missions, every single purple soul that you need, you can get from these two. So that's what I would do there. If you need green, then your best option is actually to go to the Raditz event, and it's going to get you green souls, and it's going to get you the Zenny you need. So if you need Zenny or green souls, either one, then your best option is switch off normal, go to hard, and then EX5 or EX6, whichever one you finish the missions for. I'll finish the challenges for EX6 later today. I just haven't had time to do it because I'm trying to get my Gohan equipment, which I believe I've almost got that mission done. If we go over here and look at rewards, you'll see that all of the green Rising Souls drop here. They have a great drop rate, not quite as high as in some of the story missions, but it's like 90% as much, and you can get up to 60,000 Zenny just from these equipment that drop when you sell them. So I would say this is a more efficient run if you need green, and it's obviously more efficient if all you need is Zenny, because that's what you would do this run for. And then as far as the other 3 colors, if you need yellow, a great option for yellow is if we go back to the main story again, and we open up hard mode, book 7 chapter 8. This is going to get you everything you need except level 2 yellow Super Souls, and you can get all of the level 2 Super Souls from the exchange shop again. So if you go into the exchange shop, they have restocked that. Now the last 2 are blue and red. If you need both, or you just need only blue, 7-7 is an excellent option. It will give you a ton of blue, and it will give you some red. And it gives you obviously both of the blue Super Souls. So as far as red goes, you're going to want to go all the way back down to, I believe it's 5-5. Yes, 5-5. And this has a great drop rate for red. You can get some purple from here as well, you see, but this is generally what you run for the red Rising Soul drops. So that's all the Rising Souls and the Zenny that you'll need for any character. One thing to keep in mind is that the new Android 17 is purple, and the new Android 18 is yellow. So if you don't have a lot of purple or yellow built up souls, and you plan on pulling on those units, make sure you're farming for those specific soul types. So now let's go talk about the actual banner. We're not sure how good the banner is going to be yet because we don't have full stats on the characters. We do know that Android 17's barrier doesn't block Rising Rush, so it's not as powerful as we thought it was going to be. But here's the thing to keep in mind. All of these Ultra Spacetime banners last for a full month. So we know that next month there's going to be a new Ultra Spacetime which is going to last for a whole month. What you might want to do is, rather than just blow all of your crystals on this right away, unless you really need these units, or you really love Android 17 and 18, I would probably wait at least until you get some reviews from some people who have really analyze the banners. And one other option is just do daily pulls on these, and you may get lucky and get the unit before you have to have to spend a bunch of crystals on it. And if it's nearing the end of the time frame for this banner and you haven't got it from the dailies, then you could start blowing crystals on it. But that's a good way to save crystals, and it's always a good thing to keep in mind is that you don't have to use the crystals right away, because they do not incentivize you to use these crystals. There's no bonus to using crystals the day the thing comes out. And one last thing to keep in mind, the way things are going, the way this is set up right now, our August Ultra Space Time will be Android 17 and 18, but the September Ultra Space Time is probably going to be Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and Cell. So if you are someone who's looking for the big hitter units in the game, I'm willing to bet Ultra Space Time 4 is going to be the big hitters. So just keep that in mind as you're deciding whether or not you want to pull on this. And like I said, you don't have to spend all your crystals right away. Feel free to save them for a little while, or at least until you get a little more information on what's coming after this banner. And that's really all there is to the new content we're going to be getting this week. At this point, there'll be lots more information that I'll be sharing with you guys as we get it, but that's what we know right now. If you have any questions or you think I missed anything, throw it down in the comments. I'll make sure to respond. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.